Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you and your loved ones are doing great. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we talk about here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. Today, I want to discuss with you the topic of why a man should not go into a relationship thinking that he is the head of the household. But instead, he should see that relationship on a 50-50% basis. You understand? Because society should not be the one to determine the role of men in a relationship. Our great-great-great-grandfathers, they put up with that. They allow society to determine their norms. They allow society to determine the way they treat their wives, the role of the woman in the home, the role of their action or reaction in the home, or what they're supposed to do as men. We should not allow that. I'm talking about Gen Zs. You understand? We should go into a relationship thinking, listen to the Common Sense channel, thinking that relationship should be based on 50-50%. She 50%, you 50%. And not like the past. Again, the argument is simple. Every generation, this is true now, every generation comes with new ideas. You know what it's called? It's called evolution. It's called progression. The way the generation in the early 1900s think is not how we think today. We think different. Everything has changed. The role of women, the role of family, everything has changed. The role of men in society has, I won't say change. And that's the essence of this video. The role of men, everything has changed along. We've watched. Men have seen everything change, but we haven't had a break. We haven't been able to decide how we run our home without some society somewhere writing the rules of our engagement in our home with our wives, with our future partner, future significant others. We, my friends, and I'm telling you, I'm speaking to all the Gen Zs, that when you go into a relationship, go into that relationship looking at it at a 50%. She 50%, you 50%. And the reasons are these. When you start to see your relationship like that, what it does is it alleviates most of the stressors, not all of them, but some of the stressors of you. Some of the things that took your great-great-grandfather to their early graves wouldn't do that, wouldn't happen to you. You are the head of your household based on how the person that you're with see that relationship. And it should be based on a mutual understanding, mutual agreement. So check this out. When you go into that relationship, the reason why you should see it that way as a 50-50%, she's 50%, you 50%, is because should something happen to you, should you fall, should you fail, guess what? She already got 50%. She can pick you up from wherever you fall. So you're not feeling hopeless. You're not feeling like the entire world has collapsed on you. You're not going to feel like all is over. You're not going to feel like you're nothing burger. You're going to feel that you have your partner, your significant other, your helper next to you who has the other 50% and will see you through. Because let me tell you something. Not all situation, not all fall is permanent. A fall, a downfall of the man is not the end of his life. It's just the beginning. But it depends on how you think of it. If you think that's your end, then it's going to be your end. But if you have a strong partner, see as a partnership, that relationship. The reason why I'm saying it, if you look at statistics today, there are a lot of young people who are not getting married. I don't blame them because they look at society. They see the pressure that a man goes through. You know, the tension in that relationship, the pressure from society. And they be like, I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm telling you, Gen Zs, go into that relationship. Why is that? Because if you don't do that, this whole thing is not going to keep going on. Our world, we're going to die off. It is you, my friends, that will make this thing going on. This world move on. This whole thing revolve by you having family and having children, which will procreate another generation. So it's time that we rethink relationship. It's time that we rethink this whole thing, the role that we play as men in society. Don't be too proud. Don't think like your great-great-grandfather, no. And then put up all the stress on you and then lead you to your early grave. Let that woman feel like she's important, that she's part of you. Let her feel like that. And then guess what? Let her be the one to look at you and say, you are the head of the household. She will, I'm telling you. But you have to understand that both of you are working together. You're in it. You're cheering for her. She is cheering for you. Society said we're not allowed to, especially in this country, and I think most other countries in the world, we're not allowed to have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. We're not allowed to have more than one wife. Society says that. I mean, for their own reasons now, I think economically it's a good thing, to have more than that. Not forget about the pleasure aspect of it, but economically it's a good thing. But society said no. So because society say no, you have to think about other ways. And I'm talking to those people that are rewriting our roles in society. You know who you are. You know who you are. You're the ones causing men not to live too long. You're the ones causing all the stress that we're going through. And you're not even making it easy for us too. A little mistake we make, you grilled us as if we're nothing, we mean nothing. But without us, this thing is going to end. Women can't give birth to them, can't impregnate themselves. They need our seeds. So I'm making the case for all of us. I'm making the case for our young people because I don't want them to be afraid. Young guy, you're out there. Go out into it, man. Find a beautiful girl. She needs you. There are more women in this world than us. If we don't go into the relationship and make it legit, this thing is not going to move forward. We're going to be stuck, going to have a aging population, and no young children, no babies. Let's redefine our roles not in society now, but in the home with that beautiful, intelligent woman, great woman. Because in my view now, I love women. All women are great to me. It doesn't matter her attitude. The only reason why she's putting on attitude is because you're not doing what you need to do. If you do what you need to do, she's not going to put on no attitude. If you know her weaknesses, help her grow. That's your thing. And she will look at you different. You understand? Gen Zs, don't be afraid. Go into a relationship. Don't let these people who you will never see, you will never know, write your roles in your home. See that woman as your significant others, your partner, 50-50. And guess what? Women are like this. If a woman sees you not leading, she will lead. And when she starts to lead, whatever you say won't matter. And if she gets tired with you, even with your 50%, even with your 50%, I'm talking to Gen Zs now, even though I'm suggesting you go into the relationship like that, looking at it like that, don't listen to what society says. Society is not in favor of men. That's the truth. I don't even need to tell you this. You already know. But what I'm saying is, if you don't lead, here's what she's going to do. She's going to leave you, and then she's going to find someone that has 50% but willing to lead. And the reason is because both of you are from different backgrounds. She from a different background, you're from a different background. She has a different personality, you have a different personality. Maybe when you guys first met, you saw something in her that you like, but that thing is not going to stay the same. Whatever you saw with her that you like, it's not going to stay the same. You understand? Why wouldn't it stay the same? Because women age, you're aging. Your behavior, as you age, your behavior change. No human being remain the same. We change. So whatever is it that you like about that person, that's the thing you have to keep building on and working on. I'm just giving you ideas, Gen Z. I don't want you to be afraid because of what society says our roles are. We can redefine our roles in our relationship. I'm not talking about society. You understand? Whatever happens in your home, if you're happy in your home, if you're happy with your relationship, the rest is history when you come out into the world. When you're happy with your significant others or your partner, your wife, your sustenance in our home, it reflects to society. So I'm not really talking about society. I'm really talking about you and your relationship with that person. Go into it, my friends, 50-50. Let her know it. Let her know this relationship, I'm in it 50-50 with you. I'm not going to be bossing you around. I'm not going to be telling you what to do. I'm not here to be providing everything. We're going to do this mutually with mutual understanding. Let her know that from the beginning. The African says, the way you make your bed, that's how you lay on it. Relationships are like that. The way you start your relationship, that's how you continue it. You know, there's no way around it. Let her know. Say, this is the new generation. And with time, and women are like, they are mothers, right? They always have the mother instinct. When a woman comes into a relationship with you, basically she's replacing your mother. That's what she's doing. So she will do everything to please you. So the best time you can get things through in that relationship is the beginning stage, my friends. I'm talking to all the young men that are hesitating to go into a relationship because they're thinking the road that society has set for them. I'm saying let's get rid of all that roles. Society cannot detect in our home what we do in our bedrooms and how we run our homes, how we run our relationship. Let's run our relationship based on our own understanding with time, because time is changing and society don't want to change. Society said we can't marry 2-3 wives. That's fine. Some of us are okay. Some of us are not even content with one woman. We're sneaking out and having babies outside with other women. Those women are left alone with those kids to take care of. You understand? So if society is making things hard for us, men, and we're going to our early graves too, with all of those stressors, with all of the tensions that are coming from those relationships that we find ourselves in, the ones we're creating, the ones we're managing, the ones we're being patient because of the children. If society is in our home telling us what to do, we have to rethink as men how to rewrite our own history so our generation is preserved. Check this, my friend. Your everlasting life you're looking for, your everlasting life is in the children that you bring into this world. When you bring children into this world, they live and then they procreate and they live and just like that, you stay. You become internal because your seed keep producing a new seed, keep replicating itself. So for those people that don't have no children in this world, their internal life ends the moment they die or the moment they exit this world. You understand? This is from the Common Sense channel. So don't be afraid. Let's rethink when we go into relationship. Let's make that relationship 50-50. And let the woman look at you and say, you know what? You're a good guy. You're a good partner. I'm proud of you. You're doing what you need to do. And guess what? She will let you lead. She will let you make decisions without her even fussing about it. That's how women are. Women are the greatest thing that happened to men, I'm telling you. I know, man, I'm telling you. Women are the greatest thing that happened to our race. As we men, you know. So yeah, don't hesitate when you go into a relationship. Don't listen to society. Society numb. They're the ones that causing all of our problems. And guess what? When you screwed up, you know, because they want you to be with one woman now. You're not pleased. You're not happy with her. And now you skip out of that home. You get yourself into trouble. Now they bring child support at you. You're all stressed out. You get paid to take almost all your paycheck going towards child support. Now you can't even maintain your life in your home with that beautiful woman. Now you're all stressed out. You go to work. You're not happy. You can't even say good morning. You can't even smile because all the pressure is pressing on you. And then the next thing you go, you buy a gun and then you want to unlife everyone because you think the world owes you something. I'm talking to you, men. You know, go into that relationship. Forget about head of the household thing. Go in there. Tell her, talking to Gen Zs now, the old folks, I know you're not going to change. You're conservative. You're not going to change. Stay there. But if the wise ones, hey, do that too. Talk to her, boy, on the side. Women are very understanding, man. That's why I think if the world is run by women, we're not even going to be in war. There's not going to be no problem because women, they'll look at, that's my son, that's my daughter. They don't even want that to happen to their kids. They won't even send their kids to war or any disasters out there. But we're run by these old people. So it's time we need to start to think about these old people and their roots. You know, this is a new age. We can't be stuck in that. You have to cut the grass, you got to do this. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. You take the trash, all that. You go work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. You can't even spend time with a woman if you're doing that. And then someone is on the side, they see her, she's miserable because you're not taking care of her emotion. Someone is going to fill the void in your absence. So the best you can do is to go into it, my friends. Let her know this relationship, you can still play your role, but let her know it's 50-50. That way, if you fall, something should happen to you, ever happen to you in the future, she can lift you up until you come to normalcy, until you get better, until you get to a point where you can get on your feet. She will do that. Where she can't make it, your 50% can make it. To push her to that. And then where the day you fall, her 50% can push you too. That's what it's supposed to be. That way both of you are operating on the extra 50%. You'll find out that there's no stress in your relationship. When you go to work or in the society, people see you, you're going to be happy all the time. You're not going to age faster, even with a one woman. But go into that relationship on a 50% basis, my friends. We ought to rethink this whole thing, man. Else we're going to die soon, man. Sometimes I feel sorry for the things that men go through. It's so sad, you know. And then when children come into the mix, and now you have to think about that, you know, that's the reason why some men just walk away and leave the family. And Some people you will never hear these people. They only call them names. But imagine if you can talk to them and say, why did you do what you do? Why did you walk away from that child that has nothing to do with your decision? They ain't asked you to come into this world. They ain't asked to be born to you and that lady. And you treated them that way. Then the trend continue. You understand? I think it's time we break that trend, because we're just giving these people that we will never see, will never know their names, pulling the strings from outside of our home. We'll never see them. It's time that we fight back this way. Redefine our role in our homes, in our relationship as men. You know, that way we're living longer and our relationship are stronger. I tell you again, a woman will understand you if you make things clear to her in the beginning. If you want to really hang out with her if you want to make her your wife, just let her know in the beginning. If you just want to fool around with her, just let her know too. But don't keep her hopes high. You're playing with her emotion when you do that. And now you get her pregnant. You know you don't want to be in that relationship with her. Now she's out there. And society is coming at you, my friend. Not going to be nice to you. Gotta take care of that child. You understand? But when you go in there, you really want to be with her. You don't really stay and have a relationship with someone when you don't have something in common. There are people that it's called one night stand. That's different. But if you're going to make that relationship serious, there must be something that you see in that person. And you have to interview them. Let them know where you stand. Be honest, be open. Don't come in there thinking that you're going to be the one to take care of her and make her heaven on earth and do all that stuff. Make her be the queen. No. Women like straight talk. Tell her, look, baby, I love you. I want to settle with you. I want to be your future and your now and your future. But guess what? Let's do this thing together. You're my partner and I'm your partner. You 50%, I'm 50%. Guess what? I'm going to be longer. I'm going to be here longer for you. And guess what? You're going to be here longer for me. We're going to age together. You understand? But if you don't do that, you go and lie and say all these things to her. And now she's expecting you to produce. And you fall short. Then that put all the pressure on you. You know? And the worst thing you can ever experience is to be around someone who is miserable. I've seen a lot of men that are like that. They don't smile all the time. You see them, their face is like stoic. You're not supposed to be like that. A man is supposed to be happy. A man is supposed to be happy, man. Take away all that stress, because you look at yourself, you see there are people counting on you. You got brother, sister, uncle, mom, dad, nephew, nieces. These people you're not just like an island. You understand? So in a relationship, make that relationship work for you. So that way you live longer, not for her alone, but for all the other people that you're related to. So as I've always say on my videos, and I will say now, the greatest thing that can ever happen to anyone is not the day you were born or the day you got your first apartment, the day you had your first child, or the day you graduated from high school, college, none of that stuff. The greatest thing that can ever happen to you, my friend, is the day you discover yourself. Because from that day on, everything will start to make sense to you. You will understand things that you never knew before. And you, my friend, will be a great partner in your relationship. And then all you need to do is to be clean. Come clean. Tell her this relationship is 50-50 and based on a mutual understanding between you and I. I'm not the head of this household. But if you choose to make me I will work towards making that happen. And she will. Because let me tell you, we've been living like that anyway for the past 50 years. Now, man has never been the head of the household. Never. Yes. But you haven't seen it yet. Society has not allowed you to be the head of the household. You know how many single women out there that are head of the household, their own household? But you can go in that relationship and say, baby, you've been the head of the household, you are. But I'm your half, I'm your 50%. And then let her take that title or role that she has and give it to you. And the only way she's going to do that is when you, my friend, start to lead. I want to thank everyone that watched my video, that support my channel, everyone that subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you and your loved ones. You are smart. You are great. I appreciate you always. And thank you. I hope that you and your family are in good health and safe in this God-green or almighty created world that we live in. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.